GG's, Dandadas, Hyenas. I said, GG's, Dandadas, Hyenas, Kublas, who learned from Scuba Steve was criminal, y'all. I rock Luther King X. Don't forget the Kennedy doing his million march right here on YouTube. We conducting ourselves the most righteous. The dollar likes what you make it. You can't love it. You can't hate it. It's gonna be simply what you make it. GG's, the dollars, hyenas, the dollar. We're building our 2025 permits right here. We're in the elevator. Who's elevated? God's elevated. The data our way to the top. GG's, the dollars, hyenas, the dollar. God chose you because he knew he could trust you. God's best kept secret. GG's, the dollars. Stay coherent in the shadows. Stay aware. Stay on business. GG. So, first person on the radar today, the data, we got Govan Hernandez, the data. We got Govan Hernandez, the data. And Govan Hernandez claims Dolph died. Because of the Gotti beef, the data. And he claims that BIGJOOK, if BIGJOOK was out, he claims if BIGJOOK was out, that BIGJOOK, the data, would be in the FEDZ at the moment, the data, and that he'll have. Why would he have a situation? Why would he be implicated in the Young Dolph situation if he didn't have no beef with Young Dolph? He's saying the data. So he's trying to say, like, yo, bro, like, he ain't trying to point out the obvious, but he's saying, like, yo, GG's, like, the beef was between Gotti and Dolph, the data. Boom. Why the fuck would he have anything to do with anything, the data? If he knew Dolph, the data, and Dolph didn't have anything, like, and Dolph didn't have him and Dolph didn't have no situations. So he's like, yo, Don Dada. He's like, yo, at the end of the day, it can't be a situation that is a Dolph situation. It can't be a situation that is that he wanted Dolph that because he ain't fucking standing on it. He ain't doing none of that. He's saying he went and parked the car in front of his crib, whatever it takes. But you know, Flakko has some good key points, and it makes sense, GG. It makes perfect sense what Flakko was trying to say, GG, and that's a fact. It's crazy.
Hell Flakko. Man, hell nah. Listen, man. I made a silver nickel. So, but I'll be real. Listen, I don't think I slandered. Now, again, I will say this though. I was wrong about the stuff that we can't talk to me about now. I was wrong, and for that, bro, I do apologize. For me, bro, it had nothing to do with the murder in Houston, you feel me? And for that, you feel me? And I was 100% wrong, you feel me? But at that time, bro, listen, man, things happen just way too fast, and folks got to speculating, you feel me? So for that, I was 100% wrong, you feel me? For even doing like a video trying to implicate this man in some shit that he had nothing to do with. For that, I was wrong, you feel me? Now, the Dolph shit, I'll be real, bro. I feel like Quat is one of the savviest criminals I think we've ever came across in hip-hop media ever, right? Fam, listen, how do you catch a man for murder? And if the plot was, hey, come to the crib, we talk about it, and don't speak about it again until the murder is done. Shit like that is almost impossible to catch, especially if the prosecutors are nimwits. But for anybody to sit here and say that Quat ain't had nothing to do with it, you're out of your mind.
Damn.
I mean,
damn.
That's just another one of your dumbass opinions, I guess, so to speak. And what you have a right to. You know, you wasn't there. You going off of.
I mean, Flakko ain't too street smart, so he don't know if niggas trying to set him up. So this is what I think this nigga fucking Hernandez Govan is trying to say. Govan is trying to say that. Yo, I got set up, bro. I was the fall guy. They try to set me up. They try to think that did he hear niggas planning it? Did he hear people in the room talking crazy, talking like they didn't want to fuck with Dolph, like they was gonna plot on Dolph? Maybe and if he did, then he got the same right that he was there to plan in it, You know what I'm saying? But if he wasn't there, then he had nothing to do with the situation. So he's like, yo, bro, I introduced these people to this nigga, they talking whatever they talk about it, they didn't involve him, but they planned it for him to take the fall. That's what I think Govan's trying to say.
What you see, and before you came on this, I guess what this would be considered a live or a Zoom or some shit.
Yeah.
Before you came on here, I think I made a statement to Remo and Adam. Flakko, I've been in the streets a long time.
Yeah.
And how old are you, Flakko?
Me, I'm 28 right now.
Oh, you're 28. Oh, okay. I'm 45. So when I first got in the streets, I don't even know if you was thought about yet, but with that being said, it ain't no way in hell I'm gonna go on a drill or conspire and plan a drill and agree to park the car across the street from my house. Like, some shit just don't make no sense, Flakko. Like, you gotta stop going with what look good for clickbait and what's attractive to sit down. I think you are intelligent enough and smart enough to be able to dissect certain things and make sense out of it. Like, you may not be a savage.
Why would the people do that, Dada? Did the people just automatically look at it? Could be two situations here, Dada. This is what it could be. It could be that the dudes, Dada, was like, yo, fuck, they just automatically went to his house, Dada, and it's because they knew, Dada, that, you know what I'm saying, he was the one that's going to pay him off, whatever the case may be, but parking the car there and leaving it there and dipping out, it seems like it was, I don't know, Dada, it seems like it was a little plan, but it probably ain't, Dada. Maybe niggas was just plainly dumb, Dada. You know how people are, Dada. They just running off emotions, Dada, and they park the car across the street, Dada. Like, that's different right there.
A street guy or criminal or whatever it was you just characterized me as, but I think you got enough sense that where if you decide to go on a drill, you're not gonna park the homicide car across the street.
Well, why would and he's gonna say that shit too, right? And also Dada, but the Kalenia Smith dude did tell it all, Dada. So it's different.
Your house.
Man, hell nah. Fam, look, bro. Like, that assumption will be us making the assumption that street niggas are smart. Street niggas are stupid, right? Again, you was not on the drill. Straight Drop and Cornelius was. Those the nincompoops. Those the idiots. They were the ones who parked the vehicle, right?
So after, I don't mean to cut you off. So after they parked the vehicle, and let's say I did plan conspire or whatever, right?
Yeah, of course.
So when I realized that in your words, nincompoops parked the car over there.
Yeah.
Do you know how many resources that I have?
We go back to again.
Explain the whole Adrian Broner thing.
That shit different, Dada. This is different. He trying to say he would have got rid of by the total.
You're saying, hey,
you know what I'm saying?
How could you think that I'm dumb enough to park this car here? Then I'll ask you, how could
it seems like he's trying to, like, he's seen the evidence and he's like, yo, why would I be that dumb to do that, Dada? Why would I be that dumb? Seems like you did it, Dada. Stupid is, stupid does. It ain't stupid till you getting caught. Then it's stupid. You know what I'm saying?
you think that somebody is stupid enough to take a legal business and come help tow a murder vehicle away and jeopardize their legal business and everything they got going on and be an accessory to murder after the fact? And I'm saying is this: if there are people stupid enough to jeopardize their entire business doing that, then why wouldn't we think that you're dumb enough to say, damn, bro, like, I can't drive this motherfucker out of here because I'm not dumb enough to hop in a murder vehicle and drive it away. And if you're trying to get a legal business to tow it away, then they're idiots too, right? So hence, if you're saying there are people stupid enough to tow it away, then why can't I say there are criminals stupid enough who will shoot somebody in broad daylight? They'll be dumb enough to park a vehicle there. But here though, right? So the question for you, right?
No, I agree with you. It is some individuals that are stupid enough to park the car across the street from, because we talking about them. But you're not conversating with an individual that's stupid enough to allow that to happen, agree to that at all. No way, shape, form, or fashion.
Justin Johnson knows what it is. They probably planted and Justin Johnson, damn, he's the fall guy, and he was planning it so it won't be on Big Jook, so he could go to the thing, and they probably told him, yo, Park, make sure you park the car, Big Jook, Govan is going to be the one that's going to get back for it. You're not even going to get back for it, Make sure you park the car, and Govan in front of Govan's house, and Govan, he's going to be the one to go down for it. Maybe that's what, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I've been doing...
Hey, question for you, bro.
Go ahead.
So you said that you and Dolph was on good terms before his death.
That's not what I said. What I said is that over the years, throughout the course of being in the streets and hustling, me and Dolph have did business together as it relates to marijuana in the streets. We were never best friends. We never woke up and called each other and seen how the other person was doing or any of that. If we ever had a conversation and met up, it was solely about marijuana, and we maybe stayed around each other 5 minutes at most.
No, sure. But before Dolph's death, was you and Dolph at least on a cordial, high and by basis if y'all would have seen each other?
Before his death, if I seen Dolph and we were in the same space, then yeah, we would speak. Yeah.
Cool. All right, cool.
We would have spoke because it was never a situation where I can't think of after the last time I met him on Night On, and that was years ago. Like, you know how long Dolph been getting money, and so he ain't been in the streets like that for a minute. So with that being said, after that, we were never in a space where, but it was never an issue or a situation where if we did see each other,
he's trying to make it look like he was mad cool with him, but he wasn't. Bro, he didn't fuck with you. If you fucked with you, if he fucked with you before, when he blew up, he still would fuck with you. So he was rapping and shit like that, and you wasn't on his fucking radar, so he didn't fuck with you, and you could have felt sort of way about that shit. Govan could have felt sort of way that Dolph didn't talk to him when he talked to him before. We met him a couple times, probably in the streets or something like that. Now he's trying to meet him, saying that he's mad cool with him. It gets crazy.
We wouldn't at least acknowledge each other.
Sure, and that right there will say y'all was on some type of, again, rather it's best friends or not, y'all was cool, right? Because again, if I see somebody who I don't like, we not speaking, right? We would have to be somewhat cool or on some type of friendly basis to where if I see you, we would dap up and shake hands and speak, right? So y'all was cool.
Yeah, we definitely, again, your definition of cool and my definition of cool might be different.
Sure, yeah.
So my cool, just because I know you and we may have had a few transactions in the past or whatever, I would say, we was, I guess, cordial, so to speak, maybe, my definition of cool is, well, I guess to a certain extent you could say that, Flakko, in all fairness to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? If we seen each other, we had no reason at all not to speak.
All right, cool. So what's your relationship with COTZ?
COTZ is deceased.
No, sure. But like prior to him dying, was y'all some unc and nephew shit? Was y'all day-to-day partners? What was your relationship with COTZ?
Prior to him getting killed, I was out on bond. And so of course I wasn't communicating with nobody related to the case.
Oh, what you trying to say?
At that point,
wait though. Sure.
You saying before Dolph got killed?
No. Listen, sure, but again, being out on bond really has nothing to do with the question. What was your relationship, right? Was y'all really?
It has a lot to do with the question, because when I was out on bond, I couldn't associate with anybody of the sort if I wanted to. Conditions of the bond.
No, hey, listen. Sure thing.
But if I seen, to answer your question, if I seen TZ somewhere while I was out on bond prior to his death, then yeah, me and TZ could have had the same conversation that we've had previously. We just wasn't in communication because of everything that was going on. I didn't care to communicate with him. You know, it was a lot of things that were done, a lot of things that were said, a lot of things happened, and things change.
I think you're downplaying like your connection to TZ for a reason. For example, TZ often posted that you are his OG. You are one of the people that he trusts the most. TZ even said,
you know what year that was? He posted that. That was in 2000. That was in 2016 when I was going to turn myself in to federal prison.
Sure. Wait.
Again, things happen over time.
No. Wait though. Sure thing. But y'all was at least close enough to where, bro, TZ is spam posting about you, talking about, man, listen, man, when Quack come home, I'm going to toss him the keys to a 2020.
Nah, this nigga Poetik Flakko, he's having a whole different type of ceremony right now, he ain't playing, he's standing on business, though. Poetik Flakko ain't playing, and Govan's getting mad right now. Look at Govan. He's not looking so happy, He's not looking so happy, Govan's looking heated, like, yo, why is he acting? Look at, oh, shit, this shit's about to get hectic, Nigga, what is your relationship with CEO TZ, You keep saying you are by nigga, did you fuck with him or not, nigga?
Bands. You feel me? So he had that much respect and y'all was that locked in to where I don't feel like, bro, coming home and not speaking for a few months, bro, is gonna like say, hey, like bro, like we not as close. No, y'all were still very close, right? Like that was little bro.
How can that be my little bro when his name was on the witness list?
Huh?
Hondo, you heard me. I said, how can that be my little bro if his name was on the witness list?
And he betrayed you, cool. But prior to you knowing he betrayed you,
how long was somebody?
He's a oh shit. The Govan get TZ whacked off. He said his name was on the witness list. So did he get him knocked off, or did he? This is crazy. This is a little nuts, GG. And he said he was on bail when he passed away, and he kind of said like, yeah, he passed. Damn, that shit hit different.
You don't know how long.
Strong friendship.
You don't know how long I knew his name was. You don't know how long I knew that, or how long I knew that information. You don't know. It's several reasons. A lot of things that TZ may or may have not done to make me put distance between, or to make me not reach out to him when I got out on bond. When I got out on bond, I wasn't jumping at the opportunity of hanging with no motherfucker that might put me in a situation to violate my bond. Go ahead.
Wait, here. No, I'm talking about before Young Dolph's death, for example.
I just asked you that. If you're talking about before Young Dolph's death, then that was my little bro. Yeah, for sure.
Facts, cool.
Damn.
Y'all was locked in, right?
Yeah, that was the little homie, yeah.
Damn, little homie, but then Dolph passed away, and y'all all implicated in it, and he didn't stay stern, he's on the witness list, so you're not fucking with him, so it seems like you're on your side, you're not on Dolph's side, you trying to claim like, you're on Dolph's side, these people that killed the innocent person, whatever the case may be, but yo, wow, damn, why, and he talks like that, Yo, this dude's a real smart individual. Like, he's definitely, like, on some other shit, GG. That's different, That's different. Because why would you be mad at that he's on his witnesses that you ain't had nothing to do with it? So what the fuck would that matter?
All right, cool. What was your...
Assalamu alaikum. Are you thinking about starting a restaurant business? Well, don't. Starting a restaurant business, it's a terrible idea. A lot of variable costs. You have to be...
If he didn't have nothing to do with it at all, you ain't gonna worry about what the fuck that nigga, he's on the witnesses over there, whatever the case may be. And that's why he passed away, you think? You think CEO TZ passed away because he was on the witness list, That's different.
To D Money and J Money.
I mean, we all grew up in Orange Mound together. They was, they were younger, a lot younger. I know their parents, got respect for their parents. I don't know how it is in your community growing up, but the younger kids, they kind of look up to the older guys with the nice cars and the hustlers and things like that. So, and D Money and J Money were very close friends with my nephew, Jacquez. And that's where basically I think the closeness of the, I guess, relationship, so to speak, because they were best friends with my nephew, Jaquez.
Man, facts. And you and his mom was close, right?
Me and whose mom?
And D Money and J Money's mom.
Yes, Michelle. Yeah, that's like my play sister. Yeah, for sure.
Man, facts. Cool. And then how close was you and Straight Drop?
I mean, Straight Drop was the little homie.
Sure, like and he was signed to you at some point, or like y'all was like in like I guess like business, right?
Nah, he wasn't ever signed to me. We were just trying to put something together, trying to put a deal together, music deal or whatever. Well, me and my brother would get a certain percentage for investing, in the talent or whatever.
In facts, right? Cool. And based on post and based on everything that we know, everybody around you absolutely detested young Dolph. Teezy posted how much he hated Dolph. Straight Drop posted how much he hated Dolph. Camicia, right?
Can you show me? Can you show me the post from Drop and Teezy?
Wait though, right? Wait though.
I'm waiting.
Look, wait though, right? So look, right? Look, Camicia hated Dolph, right? And that was your play sister.
I don't think Michelle hated Dolph. I think, and I can't.
She didn't hate Dolph?
I don't think she hated him, and I can't speak for her. What I think you are talking about is, see, you starting to piss me off because you're speaking on some things that you have no knowledge of because you're from wherever you're from and you don't know what's going on in the Orange Mound area.
Yo, he said you started to piss me off. He should have never said that. He should have just said that you insinuated stuff. Like you're not actually saying facts. You're just trying to. You know what I'm saying, you're thinking how it could be but it's not always that. And it's true, like you can't just paint a picture because a picture can't be painted. But at the end of the day, for like it's kind of it does make sense what Flakko is saying. Flakko is trying to make it sense, Gigi.
Her son J Money was on the front line for Dolph and did whatever he did for Dolph, protected him, whatever, etc.
Sure.
So when her son get killed, and these same dudes, these rich millionaires, get to pump faking and tucking their tails and hiding and not answering their phone when it's time to bury her son, then of course she gonna feel some way. Would you?
But it extends beyond that, though. Yes, I'll feel.
How do you know? How do you know what it extends beyond?
Sure, she said it. So again,
where you from? Where you from? Where you from, Flakko?
What though?
No, we're gonna wait. But where are you from? Please answer that.
Born in Liberia, moved to North Dakota, moved to Philly, moved to North Dakota. So I'm back and forth, right? You feel me?
I don't believe none of that. I don't believe none of that. What you just said. I ain't know where you was born in Liberia, but go ahead, Flakko.
No. But the look. Listen though, she publicly posted that she believed that young Dolph was in business with Big Unk. And she posted that she believed that Big Unk was responsible for D Money's death. Now, if you are a mother and you believe that young Dolph is signing or doing business with a man who she believes is responsible for her son's death, whatever she's expressing her dislike, her distaste, or her hatred for Dolph, it extends past, man, Dolph picking up his phone for no funeral. No, she believed that this man betrayed her son J Money because J Money was protecting Dolph. She believed that that Dolph owed that family something and Dolph did wrong. So now I'm saying
whether she believed it or not, I can't, you know what I'm saying? What you saying, I can't sit up here and tell you that what you saying is not accurate, Flakko. What I can tell you is that Michelle is a working lady. And no matter how she feels or disgruntled about whatever, she's not finna take the initiative to get in street business and try to have multi-millionaires killed. No, but she, what I'm saying is, even though she's a working lady and I'm the gangster, she still would have to suggest that or advise me, and she's not that type. She can be upset. She can be upset about somebody shorthanding her son, or she could be upset about Dolph signing someone that may or may not have did something to D-Money or whatever. But you can't, for you to sit up here and to try to create a theory like this lady advised me or asked me or anybody else for that matter to do something to Dolph, then that ain't cool. That's another one of your.
Well, here's what we know, though, Quet. Okay, so look, here's what we know so far. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So again, common sense will tell us that if your play sister, somebody who you going over to have dinners and lunch with, if that play sister hates a man so much because
start elaborating like the real Govan Hernandez is coming out, because Govan keeps his stuff polished, but the real Govan Hernandez start to come out, you know what I'm saying? And we can see what what lies between the pathological liar, because Govan gotta be a con. He's like a con artist. You know what I'm saying? He's a con artist.
sister hated that man. I don't believe you see that man and shaking his hand. So I do believe this, me and Dolph was cordial and cool. That's a lie. Straight drop. Your artist hated Dolph. So I'm saying
what was Dolph's reason for hating Dolph?
Again.
Facts. This for Dolph. This for Dolph. So you trying to say that you sat there, you talked about this for Dolph, right? So you sat there, took straight drop into the Yo Gotti thing, you thought that him doing that was gonna get him signed, get him lit, and that was the deal, you know what I'm saying? Take out Dolph for a fucking record deal, you get a record deal, Dolph go, whatever the case may be, and you can have the music and you'll be the top dude, whatever the case may be,
All I can say is, it sounds like Drop is Trula Mafia, and Trula Mafia turned on Dolph after the D-Money and J-Money shit. Again, that's my theory, though. But again, that don't matter, though. The theory is everybody around you hated Dolph. Everybody around you had a reason why they wanted to go after Dolph. It doesn't make sense for you to now say, all my partners hated Dolph, but I'm the nigga who was cool with Dolph and I would shake Dolph hand in. How could y'all think that I would do this? No, your play sister wanted him gone. Straight drop wanted him gone.
Hey, that's what we're not finna do. You sitting up here saying that Michelle wanted Dolph dead. You not finna do that. And I ain't finna sit here on this interview with you and listen to you say that
you don't celebrating when like he died.
You don't know her personally. You know what I'm saying?
She was celebrating when he passed away. Do you want to see it?
Show it to me. Let me see it. Yeah, I do. Show me the celebration.
Shit.
Here, watch real quick. I'm about to.
You already said I'm getting overtime anyway, so we cool. Take your time.
No, right here. You feel me? Look, I'm about to go to my Young Dolph documentary. You feel me? Again, it's one of the best documentaries to ever get dropped. You feel me? Check it out. You feel me?
Yeah. I know it is. All the damn clickbait in it.
Nah, man.
This really was like the story that he kind of like made his name on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure.
He's kind of gone on to cover a wide variety of things, but this was like his first time getting 1 million views.
Yeah, that's why he's so invested in it. So passionate about it.
Yep.
Wait, pause. Come on now, bro. Like, I'm not that invested. You feel me?
Shit, you so invested. You know what other people thinking in their mind. That's how invested you are. You making up words and statements and shit for people, and you in their mind. Was you a psychologist?
And she was very upset.
He's a little nervous that he's picking him off. He ain't feeling that. He's like, yo, this dude is picking my mind. Govan, go. Yo, Flakko on go right now.
Off man. Okay, here. Sorry, I gotta go to like my documentary. Feel me?
Okay.
I was not expecting him to like him to deny like not seeing her post about Dolph. 1 second.
Shit's about to get hectic. This nigga's bringing out receipts, GG. He ain't like. This shit's about to get spicy real quick.
Okay, cool.
Spicy.
And I ain't saying it didn't happen. I just want you to show me. I ain't never seen it. I said I'm not saying that it didn't happen. It just would surprise me. She don't strike me as to be the kind of person that would go and celebrate Young Dolph's death. Look. So Pound says, long live J Money.
he would have had these streets crying about Dolph. And she responded back with the skull emoji with the dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it says, he so didn't make them cry about him, shrug emoji. That shows somebody who clearly at that point, man, don't give a fuck about Dolph. And not next. Look. And then Pow Pow says, damn, Shell. Because he's even taken aback by her shrug. And I'm like, it's like, hey, he's dead, so what? I don't give a fuck. So then she says, yup, the Uncle Danny who he just signed, right? So again, and she's telling Pow Pow, Dolph just signed a nigga who killed D-Money. So I'm saying, bro, your play sister.
What I'm saying is, you still they haven't showed me the post where she celebrated Dolph's death.
Niggas is right there, bro. Again,
was it a celebration? Did y'all just hear a celebration?
Bro, that's it right there.
Did y'all just hear a celebration? Did you be honest, Remo? I know that's your coworker. Be honest, Remo. Keep it G.
Yeah, listen, bro.
Thank you. Remo just said he hasn't seen a celebration. I said it. You the only person on here that has you just took that as a celebration.
So what?
Post, is this Facebook or Twitter? What was she posting on this?
Oh shit! I think they gotta do that. They co-hosted, so he gotta think. He gotta fucking say he gotta be on his side. We can't fucking jump you. Remo's right there, so Remo he said nah. He's like, I hear it. Yo, shit, the Dada Remo ain't playing the Dada. He's oh, that shit was crazy. He said, did y'all hear any celebration, the Dada? Oh yeah.
It's Facebook. If somebody say, yo, long live Dolph, and she responded back with shrugging emojis, like, so
what she responded back saying was, what you just read verbatim was that somebody said that J Money would have had the streets like bleeding about Dolph if he was here, right? She responded and said that. And
he said, long live Dolph.
She responded and said that Dolph didn't do the same thing for J Money.
No, she had a skull emoji.
I don't give a what kind of emoji. What part of that is her celebrating young Dolph's death?
The skull emoji and the shrug emoji.
That's not a celebration. You know they got celebration emojis on social media, right?
Confetti.
If she wanted to celebrate.
Listen, pause. Bro, I'll be real, bro. The shrug emoji sound. Listen,
that's more like ambivalent.
That's more like she don't care. You said celebrating. That's what you said.
If someone says long live Dolph and you say, bro, you don't like this man. You fine, cool, past that, bro. Why do everybody around you hate young Dolph but you?
The better question is, what reason would I have to hate young Dolph? I'm a grown ass man.
You a grown ass man, the Dada. So, and I bet you a grown ass man, right? And you said that Straight Drop killed the innocent person, so you really don't fuck with Straight Drop. Straight Drop's your artist, the Dada. Then you gonna sit there and throw your Gotti's name, BIGJOOK's name under the bus. Then you gonna sit there and throw fucking all these other people, and you gonna say you know PRE, the whole PRE, you love them, the Dada, this is that. So we understand what you're doing, the Dada. You know what I'm saying? We understand what you're doing, the Dada. It's like when niggas with the Fulio was like, oh yeah, I'm saying I love them niggas, those are my people, but they knew they smoked the Dada. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? I think that's what's going on.
I don't be involved in little kids beef, and I damn sure ain't no motherfucking rapper.
Because your play sister, who you
I don't give a fuck about what nobody else. We talking about me. We ain't talking about no play sister. We ain't talking about no drop. We ain't talking about nobody else but me. I'm a grown ass man, and can't nobody put no battery in my back and make me.
That's crazy. I don't think he could be talking about she ain't playing the Dada. He can't talk about her. He's trying to fucking put him involved in a situation. The Dada. He knows it. Look at Adam. He's looking. Yo, this shit get spicy real quick. GG.
Feel how they want me to feel by you being a regular square. A motherfucking Mike can put a battery in your back and drive you and make you feel how you want to, how they want you to feel, but not me. I'm 45 years of age. I make my own motherfucking decisions, and can't nobody tell me how to feel about nobody else.
You chose to kill Dolph.
You said what now?
And you chose to kill Dolph. We understand, but I'm saying, listen. Don't do these interviews saying I had no reason to do it when I just showed you your play sister didn't fuck with him. Everybody around.
Hey, you went to. Hey, you know what? You had to go to school. You had to go to school for psychology because you just intentionally trying to say things to trigger me, and you want to put this shit on your channel so your channel can go viral.
He's mad, Dada. He say he's gonna. But how can you can't get agitated if you're in the debate zone, Dada? You can't come on an interview and be ready for a debate and then say this nigga's agitated you, Dada. Like you gotta be ready for the debate, bro. It's a debate, bro. You're on a debate. The only time a person is agitating you, Dada, is if you're being truthful, Dada, and the person is just being dishonest, Dada. But you're having a fucking discussion. That's something different, Dada. Not a discussion like thing, Dada, that you're actually having a discussion, Dada. Agitation, Dada, is if someone just keeps agitating you, keep throwing you off, keep fucking with you, Dada, keep purposely, this is agitating you. They know you don't like this, so like you're doing it to them, Dada. That's agitation, Dada. You know what I'm saying? They know certain things, Dada, but like he's gonna eat it, Dada. His places, the GG.
All right, I ain't finna be a part of it. And
man, just don't lie and say, yo, me and Dolph was cool before his death.
What you mean, like,
you know,
nigga, I know Daddy-O, I know the leader of Paper Route. You can go ask Daddy-O. Get him on the interview. I'm sure you got access to it. He'll tell you. I ain't got to tell you. You a clown from Liberia, like you said, that don't know shit that's going on in Orange Mound. Get somebody from the other side. Ask them. Go ask Daddy-O, the leader of Paper Route. Is what I'm saying is true. And we can put an end to this, Flakko. I ain't got to keep going back and forth with you. And then you just have surgery.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be arguing with me, going back and forth with me over some shit that you have no fucking knowledge of. You going off of you are internet and you going off of the internet. You don't know nothing. No, it ain't no facts. You ain't in nobody else's mind. You ain't in nobody else's head. You ain't in nobody else's head. You got somebody else. You got something else you want to talk about because this becoming redundant.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, facts. So again, just to wrap up my theory here.
Okay.
It's impossible for you to say y'all can't figure out why I would want to do something to Dolph and we were cool when we just named everybody around you, including your play sister, who hated that man to the point, right? Who hated that man because she believed that he signed her son's killer. Where you was over her crib daily eating that good gobble.
Man, okay, how do you know? How do you know I was over there daily or once or twice to get a plate? How do you know that? Tell me that. How do you know? Because I made a post one day saying that I was coming to get a plate. How do you know? How does that equate to daily?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
How does that equate to daily? Daily. How does that equate to going over there daily versus once or twice to get a plate? Because technically speaking, I've only been over. Now let me finish. Technically speaking, I've only been over Shell's house about 3 or 4 times out of my whole fucking life. That ain't daily. That goes back to the point that you don't know shit about what goes on in Orange Mound. You only going off of what you see on the internet. You are internet nigga, and this internet shit done got you in several situations when niggas done came up here, niggas came up to no jumper. Man, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that, Flakko. Now you like listen. I ain't saying you ain't no gangster. I ain't saying I know you. I know you the toughest. I know you the toughest worker in no jumper. I know that.
You duck my smoke.
Yeah, I'm ducking your smoke. I don't want no problem with you, Flakko. I got you. I don't want no problem with you. Hey, but you done lost a little weight though. You might be in my weight class right now though.
Oh, it's just the beginning.
It's just the beginning. Oh yeah, see, I want him when he always healed up when he down to my side. I tear his ass up there. Go ahead.
Listen, bro. I'll be real, bro. Bro, you knew to show up at no jumper when I was gone.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, okay. So I got the schedule. I got the schedule. I know when you was going to get the lap band.
I'll be real.
How the hell do I know that?
I'll be real, bro. When you was in LA, I called Seti. I said, bro, where he at?
Boy, Seti was ducking me. How the fuck you gonna call Seti? So how you gonna call somebody that's hiding from me?
Stop it, bro. Seti was stop it, bro. Listen, stop it, bro. That was a play though. That was a play. Listen, I don't know what you talking about no play because I don't play. I don't play argue with niggas on the internet. Nah, that was a play.
Well, see that's another one of your theories. But listen, hey, but check this out though. Listen, slow down. You said I came to no jumper today because you wasn't here, right?
Ducking the smoke, Quack.
Okay, ducking the smoke. All right. Well, this what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to make it my best to create some more content to get Adam and Remo to want me back. Ooh. And you make sure you have your big fat ass here when I come.
Need that though, Quay. From you too small, man.
Yeah. See, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you probably gonna be some Canelo versus Bud shit when I get back, because you seem like you losing rapidly. So and I'm happy for you though, for real shit. But yeah, I'll be back though. Hopefully I'll be back. And then if you want to get that issue, hey, look. It's so much. It's a pool table out there. It's so much fucking room, ain't number space in there out there. Man, and if I listen, no, hold on. If I let your big slow ass beat me in a fight, then I will not be allowed to get back on a plane and go back to Orange Mound. A nigga like you couldn't beat me doing nothing but eating Twinkies.
I'll be real though, Quay. I will smack the fire out you, my nigga.
Okay.
Hey, listen.
Well, why you ain't smack the shit out of that nigga that spit on you?
That's Adam, nigga.
Why you ain't smack that nigga that spit on you?
Adam is scheduled.
Why you ain't smack that nigga that spit on you though?
Back in the schedule.
Why I let a nigga spit on me? I bet they have CNN up at this motherfucker.
Who spit on me?
Let a nigga spit on me. I bet they have CNN up here.
Nigga spit on me and not die, my nigga. That's
what the fuck 60 shot him, the nigga from Chicago, the Y'all was having a debate, having a fucking spit fight. That shit is different, the That was girly right there. That shit was different, the You know what I'm saying? They don't bring from talking to Dolph to talking to each other. This shit's getting crazy.
Yeah, no niggas.
Did somebody sit? Hey, Remo, am I retarded? Did somebody sit across from him and spit?
Ain't no spit.
He said it didn't touch him, but
did somebody spit though?
Yeah.
No matter what, hey Flakko, where I'm from, no matter if it touched you, up a nigga even do it.
Wait,
Liberia. I'm from Liberia. I moved to North Dakota, and then I'm back. Yeah. But
I ain't gonna lie to Quet. PRE is spanking you boys, bro.
Who is you boys? I'm not CMG. I'm not CMG.
Man,
I'm not CMG.
Huh?
Look at you over there. You trying to think of some shit to say to trigger me, ain't you? Man, I don't care nothing about that goof ass shit you talking about, man.
He said PRE been spanking you boys, Dada. We gotta see what the fuck he's talking about, that. Let's see what PRE been doing. What PRE been doing, Dada. Has PRE been sliding? Let's get the slide in. Let's get the history of PRE sliding.
21-year-old comedian from Memphis who had built a local following online. Just days after Dolph was killed on November 17th, 2021, Childs posted on Facebook about the shooting. One of his comments read, "Man, them folks just killed young Dolph. I love Memphis, we so gangsta." The post spread quickly, and for many who saw it, the words were interpreted as mocking Dolph's death.
A comedian in Memphis named Demooney. You know what I'm talking about?
I saw it on the internet. I don't know him.
Yeah, this Memphis comedian posted up a picture with him and Yo Gotti. And he's like, "Man, them folks just killed Dolph. I love Memphis. We so gangster." And he gets killed right afterwards.
His family insisted otherwise. Child's sister, Shemechia Mason, told WREG that
I guess Flakko wasn't lying when you say they doing it for Dolph. The CMG. He said, "What the PRE been sliding?" I don't know if this was CMG, but damn.
His words had been taken out of context. She explained that he wasn't celebrating Dolph's murder, but commenting on the wave of
they took the words out of context, but nigga, it was too early for that shit. It was too early for that
already
shit.
Experiencing. According to her, Darian compared Memphis to Chicago, pointing out how dangerous the city had become, and specifically how shocking it was that Dolph had been killed at a cookie shop in his own neighborhood. She stressed that his intention wasn't disrespect, but by then, the perception had already taken root online.
He's like, "I'm not joking about Dolph Death." He said, "I'm just saying that Memphis is basically the next Chicago because anybody can get killed in Memphis." He was like, "It's crazy how young Dolph actually went to a cookie place and got killed in his own neighborhood."
On November 23rd.
Well, he should have he should have said that shit, GG. Like, you could have, the same way you made the post, you could have been on the post and elaborate a little bit more.
Less than a week after those posts, Childs was gunned down at a Valero gas station in the Fraser neighborhood of Memphis. Reports confirmed he was shot multiple times, rushed to the hospital in critical condition, and did not survive. Witnesses told police that the shooters fled the scene in 2 separate vehicles, a dark-colored Infiniti SUV and a dark-colored Jeep Cherokee. Despite that information, no suspects were ever publicly identified, and no arrests have been confirmed in his case. For investigators, the timing of Childs' killing was impossible to ignore. It came so soon after his social media comments that questions about retaliation became immediate. Police said they were looking into whether his murder was connected to other shootings that had already taken place in the tense days following Dolph's death. They never confirmed a direct link, but for many in Memphis, the pattern was clear enough. His death was viewed as an early warning that the situation was spiraling beyond Dolph himself into something broader that touched anyone who spoke too freely or was perceived as showing disrespect. Big Nusky, on the evening of January 28, 2022, just a little over 2 months after Dolph was gunned down at Makita's Cookies, Nusky was shot and killed at the New Horizon River Apartments on Kazasa Road. It was around 7 p.m. when gunfire broke out, leaving the 26-year-old rapper dead at the scene. Known in Memphis as part of Moneybagg Yo's Bread Gang and cousin to Big 30, Nusky wasn't just another upcoming rapper. His ties to people already in the spotlight of the Dolph case made his killing stand out immediately.
If you look at the fact that Moneybagg Yo has a whole bunch of like enemies from the beginning before he even got signed to CMG.
What made Nusky's death draw even more attention was his alleged connection to Justin Johnson, better known as Straight Drop, one of the 2 men charged with pulling the trigger on Dolph. Photos circulated online showing Nusky and Johnson pictured with the same vehicle, a detail that suggested they were at least in the same orbit. After Nusky was killed, Johnson himself, sitting in jail at the time, went on social media and posted a photo of Nusky with the caption, "Lost my brother, fighting to keep my head up." That post confirmed that whatever the exact relationship, the bond between the 2 men was real. The shooting came at a moment when
Flakko wasn't bullshit when he said that nigga PIE ain't playing the PIE been doing their thing for Dolph. That shit hit different.
Supposed to be doing this shit. You just had surgery this morning.
TC called you Unc every day on Facebook. TC died. Why you in slide just for TC?
Hey, we're gonna get you in a Tubi movie, boy. Where you sitting over there acting? Because before the cameras, and shit came on, you wasn't like this, Flakko.
That gangster shit,
Flakko. You was just so. You was so nice and humble. You was so nice and humble.
Huh?
You was so nice and humble before the cameras came on.
You was a buster, Quinn. I'll be real.
Hey, listen, now, hey, look, why did you let Adam schedule this? Ain't no way in hell if I was working for Adam, I would have let Adam schedule me when I wasn't at work. Man, Adam would have had to fire me. Adam would have had to fire me.
And you doing interviews,
because I ain't scared.
Why your homies?
Why I ain't hiding? Why I ain't hiding though?
See you in the car with the windows and the fully on, nigga, hiding. Oh no!
Hey, you must. Now you just said you a gangster, right?
Man, hold on.
No. Did you just say you was a gangster?
Bro, man,
answer the question. Answer the question, Flakko. Did you just say you was a gangster?
Man,
what are the skullets for? What are the skullets for? What are the skullets for?
Huh?
What are the skullets for? What are they used for?
Your face.
Again, Quack.
Answer the question. What are the skull? What are they used for?
What is cut around it? That shit crazy, nigga. That shit crazy. They ain't playing the data. Yo, he ain't playing.
To hide.
And what else? And what else?
To hide.
And what else?
To hide.
You're goofy if you don't know the answer to that question. If you can't logically or legitimately answer that question, you either a goofy or you don't want to say that other reason because you know it's more than one reason why that's being worn.
You not doing that.
Yeah. Okay, so how do you know?
Huh?
How do you know?
Because you podcasting every week, nigga. You not sliding, nigga. But
you definitely right. I for sure ain't sliding. I ain't doing no slide, Flakko. I ain't doing none of this shit. I'm podcasting. I ain't on nothing. Listen, hey, I ain't in. Hey, listen.
I just say he's 45 years old, and that's the problem nowadays, He's 45 years old. Why is it okay for you just be like, come on, bro? We younger than you, we YouTubers, niggas ain't afraid to, we YouTubing over here. We don't do nothing illegal, It ain't cool to do shit illegal, We strictly legit, Why is it not okay to say shit like that, Like, you fucked up, Tell them the truth, Tell them you podcasting, strictly, like, niggas is strictly legit, this is that, but people don't want to elaborate what's really going on, They want to fake it, and it's crazy, GG.
Ain't in tour with nobody. I ain't trying to slide. I ain't slid. I ain't seen a gun since Martin Luther King got shot. Or none of that. I don't want no trouble. I'm the softest go around, bro.
I got a $5,000 bet for you, Quet. A $5,000 bet.
Okay, what's the bet?
If you go live in Memphis for 30 minutes, I'll give you $30,000. Listen.
Hey, okay, listen. Okay, this is what we gonna do. This like you my best friend.
Come on.
Okay, listen. I want you to you believe in Christ, God, right?
No.
You don't? You don't believe in God?
No, God, yeah. Yes.
Okay, all right. So I want you to swear to God that you're gonna send your $5,000 to Adam, and I'm gonna send my $5,000 to Adam, and I'm gonna go immediately, as soon as I get back to Memphis. I'm gonna go back and we're gonna go live for 30 minutes, hanging out the sunroof.
Ooh. Hey, no.
I will be the escrow.
Standing on the block.
He already trying to hide. Now out the sunroof. Nah, bro.
Where you want him at, Flakko?
Go outside at Makita's Cookies. Go outside at Makita's Cookies for 30 minutes.
You see how that sounds? Even you say,
come on. Man.
Yeah, that's the shit a goofy will say. That's the shit a goofy will say. See, only a goofy, lame would say, go stand at Makita's Cookies. Man, hey, the only reason.
Bro, he said out the sunroof. He's trying to hide in the vehicle and drive off with him.
Okay, well, I tell you, okay. All right, now listen. Now you just trying to backpedal on the bet. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to rearrange this shit just for you. All right, so when I get back, you're going to send your $5,000 to Adam. I'm going to send Adam 5. I'm going to go on my block for 30 minutes.
Sure, okay.
And go live.
Yes.
We got a bet.
Yes, outside for 30 minutes, yeah.
Outside for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We got a bet. All right, say no more.
Man. Hey, listen, man. What? Bro, I fuck with you.
That's the easiest fight. That's the easiest. I just did it the other day, you damn idiot. Go on my YouTube channel.
Bro.
Go on. Matter of fact, it was 40 minutes. 40 minutes.
Listen, bro.
Hey, listen, we ain't got to do the back and forth and all that. We got a bet. Matter of fact, I got a video on my channel right now for 40 minutes. I really already won, but I'm going to go do this shit again just to show your goofy ass. Just to show your goofy ass. All right, I got you.
All right, man. Peace out, folks.
Salute, Dada. You feel like he wants something to happen to Govan, Dada? I mean, the way that PIE been sliding, GG. The way PIE been sliding, the Dada was good. He's a struggle, the Dada. The way PIE been sliding, the Dada. Shit, he said go out there for 30 minutes, but Govan probably gonna do it. You think Govan's gonna do it, the Dada? You think he's on that timing? Shit, different.
Memphis was already tense. Dolph's murder in November 2021 had lit a fuse, and smaller incidents of retaliation were beginning to show. Things only got worse after then. Anthony BIGJOOK Mims. BIGJOOK, the older brother of rapper
He want Govan Hernandez to join this list right here. He wanted to join this list right here. The Dada, that's crazy. The Dada.
Gotti was gunned down in Memphis on January 13th, 2024. The shooting took place outside Perignon's restaurant and event center on Winchester Road, where Jook had been attending a repast. Around 4:15 p.m., gunmen opened fire in the parking lot, striking Jook while he was inside of.
That nigga Flakko trying to make, he said 30 minutes on the block. He had him tight.
Other man was also hit and airlifted to Regional 1 Hospital in critical condition. Jook was rushed to St. Francis Hospital, where he was pronounced dead.
According to the Memphis Police Department, the victim was inside a vehicle at the time and was brought here to St. Francis Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased.
Memphis police quickly described the incident as a targeted attack. Witnesses reported the shooters fled in a white Ford Explorer with dark tint. No suspects have been named and no arrests have been made. Jook's murder did not happen in isolation. His name had already surfaced months earlier inside a federal courtroom tied to the young Dolph case. During testimony, co-defendant Cornelius Smith identified Jook in photographs presented by prosecutors, referring to him as the money man calling the shots. According to the testimony, Jook was present when arrangements were discussed with Justin Johnson and other individuals accused in the killing. Prosecutors even introduced cell phone records they said connected Jook to Hernandez Govan, the alleged middleman now charged with ordering the hit, as well as to the shooters themselves. In court, one witness testified that Jook's own girlfriend described him as being at the top of the chain. While Jook was never charged, his alleged role in financing the plot remained a key piece of evidence being examined.
These dudes was spinning, the shit got spicy, the shit was spicy. What they got a dildo? Let's see if these niggas got the deal poppin'. See what Flakko standing on biz.
Peace out, Adam.
All right, peace out.
Jeez.
Wait, how do I leave this bitch? Oh yeah.
Man, that was more conversational than I expected it to be. I thought he was going to be chilling, especially with the way it started.
Yeah. I knew it was going. We had to heat up. It needed to go viral, baby.
Yeah,
I did
that, man.
Yeah,
Shit.
for sure. Hell yeah, that was a good one.
I mean,
he challenged you. He said, well, you already got the lie, but you said you finna do it again.
Man, you think I ain't gonna get that fine? Once Adam tell me that he has received 5,000 from Flakko,
oh yeah,
I'm sending mine immediately.
Hit the link and come up here, Dada. Hit the link and come up here. My little cousin got murdered in Memphis. He was an artist of Big 30. Oh, he was an artist of Big 30. Damn, Dada. Condolences to your cousin, Dada. You know what I'm saying? They doing it for Dolph, Dada, but condolences to your cousin, Dada. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Prayers to everybody, Dada. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But why you think he had his own situation going, or you feel like it was because of the situation of the BIGJOOK situation or whatever?
I'm on his ass, Flakko. We need that deposit.
I'm on so about it. I want to see this.
I'm gonna invest that. I'm gonna earn interest on it.
You know, Flakko.
In the meantime,
Flakko ain't gonna do nothing of the sort, man.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
I can't wait. Yeah, it's a good interview though, Adam. I like it.
Nah, that's fun. Yeah,
hey. for sure. I like it.
Appreciate you coming up. What okay, where do you feel like your story goes from here? Like, what are you interested in putting your time into, and what new opportunities have arisen?
Right on the list, nigga. On the list, Dada. They got a big list right here. He's going right on this list right here, Dada. That's where his story gonna go, Dada. That's crazy.
That night outside Perignon's, gunfire left no doubt that someone wanted Jook gone. Memphis police confirmed video evidence was being reviewed, but stated no clear suspects had been identified. They also made clear that based on how the attack unfolded, they believed Jook was specifically targeted.
We do feel like the individual that was shot was possibly targeted.
Little YN situation, no part of that, I was told. Oh, I see, GG. So you're saying that Memphis is just dangerous. It's getting dangerous in Memphis. Gotta be careful, Dada. This is what they cause, Dada. I feel like young Dolph, Dada, was a key figure, Dada, to Memphis, Dada, and he was making it good. He got a good personality, Dada. They took it, Dada, so it made it a dark place, Dada. It took everything. He doing turkey drives, Christmas drives, all these good drives, thinking when it's hard, Dada, doing a lot of shit, Dada. So when that shit happened, when they took him, it got real like dark over there in Memphis, a dark cloud over Memphis now, Dada, because of the Dolph situation, Dada. And hopefully someone could brighten it up, Dada. But you know what I'm saying? Nobody really it's like the Nipsey situation. But someone wants to do it, but it's like no one really wants to do it. They just want to do it for the clout. They don't really want to do it from the heart. He actually was already doing it from the heart because he was doing it without nobody telling him to do it. You know what I'm saying? And it gets it's a dark cloud over there now. You know what I'm saying?
By the suspect.
The second victim's identity was not disclosed publicly,
Gotti
but his
got it.
survival ensured there was at least one other eyewitness to the shooting. The timing of Jook's death was significant. It came while legal proceedings around young Dolph's murder were still active and with multiple defendants awaiting trial.
Nah, because boom, it was like, boom, this is what it is. It's a fight between good and bad, Dada. So when it's a fight between good and bad, Dada, you know what I'm saying? These niggas on this side, Dada, they like, yo, slide on them, like a pop them, Dada, whatever the case may be, Dada. And this one on this side, Dada, he's the cool one. Like, Dolph is just the cool one. There's mad cool, Dada. Everybody fucks with him. He's so cool, Dada. It doesn't even matter, Dada. So even him getting popped, even niggas was like, yo, Dada, what the hell? Dolph is still cool, Dada, whatever. Because the niggas was like, oh yeah, Dolph's a bitch. This is that, nah. It was just like, and everybody was hating, what? He got shot, and people still fucking with him. People love this dude because he's just so cool the way his energy was. He was just like, I'm still going back to bring things. I'm eating cookies. I'm doing this. I'm eating ice cream. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside with it. So when that gets taken, like, and the evil wins, everybody, you know what I'm saying, they just gonna follow suit. A lot of people scared. A lot of people timid. A lot of people, they just gonna join the winning team. And a lot of people, it is what it is. So that put a dark cloud over it, and everybody just wanna probably do everything that they think is the winning team is doing, and it gets sting. And then the other side, it's like sad and shit like that. So they so sad that you took a guy, you took a good person, so they doing righteous and they doing whatever the case they think they doing, and it becomes a dark cloud. No one's really thinking about, oh shit, what Dolph was thinking about was bringing the community together, buy houses for the community, do this, do that, do that. Everybody lost track of that because they hurt and everybody's grieving, and some people want to be cool, some people want to be tough, some people want to be, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of shit going on in a situation like that, so it's just like a dark cloud over Memphis right now. Hopefully it could just brighten up, hopefully it could brighten up, hopefully people could go to cookie shops, hopefully people could go to ice cream parlors, hopefully people could go out, enjoy life, for whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? It's not about all the situations going on just in the hood. It's not about drinking like drink a smoothie sometimes, you know what I'm saying? It's not about, you know what I'm saying, going crazy, GG, but people is hurt. So when people is hurt, so much is going on, who's going to be the one to come? It's going to be, I have to be a person to come through, like, yo, they're going to be doing the turkey drives. They're going to be doing this. They're going to be doing that. They're going to be doing everything, but from the heart. And who's that's going to be? That shit crazy. It gets spooky, Dolph only comes around like one every 300 years, like, and it gets crazy. It gets spooky a little bit. It's a sad situation, bro. It's a sad situation, And it's crazy because Gotti still think, but Gotti just got to do what Gotti got to do with because he's on, I'm saying, whatever the case may be. So he probably don't want to go back over there. So it's just like, damn, Dolph was the key player to succeed in making this shit work, in Memphis, just having all recreational centers. Mad shit was about to pop off.
His killing removed a figure who had been directly named in testimony as financially backing the plot against Dolph. Without charges ever filed and with no chance for prosecutors to bring him in, the case lost one of its most controversial links, Joshua TZ Taylor. Joshua Taylor, also known in Memphis as CEO TZ, was shot to death on June 14, 2023 in the Orange Mound neighborhood.
Govan said he was a witness. What the hell that means?
Memphis police responded around 12:56 p.m. to Spotswood Avenue near Bunton Street, where they found Taylor inside a vehicle suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The 26-year-old was a father of two and widely recognized as a leader of the Trula Mafia, one of the city's most active street organizations. His killing was treated as a homicide, but no suspects were publicly identified and no arrests have been.
Trav baby.
Can't resist you. I want you. Can't resist you. I want you.
Fuck Flakko, you better. What? Oh shit, they trying to take the niggas out.
Been made. The events leading up to his death traced back to the night before. On June 13th, Taylor had been at his girlfriend's house and was reported to be in good spirits when he left. Not long after, gunfire erupted in Orange Mound. Witnesses later described what sounded like a
You said that's your cousin on your thumbnail? I can't really see your thumbnail, Dandada, but I see somebody there, Dandada, but I can't really see it, Dandada. Honestly, no lie. I can't even fraud. We see it, Dandada. J Hot. But look him up. Where he's on YouTube, we could look him up. This is on the thumbnail, J Hot. We could look him up.
shootout rather than a quiet ambush. According to those accounts, Taylor returned fire and managed to leave the immediate scene, but he never made it far. His body was discovered in his car the following day, suggesting he had been mortally wounded and driven away before succumbing to his injuries. Taylor's position in Memphis carried heavy weight. As the de facto head of the Trula Mafia, he oversaw a crew that had been repeatedly linked in law enforcement files to the suspects in young Dolph's 2021 assassination. In February 2022, Memphis police publicly named him as a person of interest in the Dolph case. He was never charged, but that label...
J-Hop from Memphis? Let me see. I'm going to look him up right now. I'm going to look him up right now.
Followed him. Prosecutors described the Trula Mafia as being closely tied to several men who have since been indicted for Dolph's murder, including Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith. By virtue of his leadership role, Taylor was repeatedly mentioned in reports as someone whose approval or direction could have influenced major moves. In the hierarchy of Memphis street politics, that made him a high-profile target. Following the shooting, Memphis police confirmed that the investigation was ongoing, but gave no further comment about whether the case had any link to young Dolph's murder.
MPD says the investigation is ongoing, refusing to answer.
Yo, I see him, the Dada. RP to your cousin, the Dada. I see him. Big 30, 17-year-old homie, and I bet. Matter of fact, I got you right now. I could play some. Let me see.
Answer any questions about the case or whether it has any link to Memphis rapper Young Dolph.
His family and girlfriend mourned his death publicly. In posts on social media, his girlfriend pushed back against commentary tying his death to Dolph, instead asking people to focus on her personal loss. Others in Memphis, however, pointed to his notoriety as a leader of Trula Mafia and a previously named person of interest, noting that his reputation and affiliations made him a marked man. At the time of his death, Taylor also faced unrelated legal issues. Records listed active warrants for charges including property theft between $10,000 and $60,000.
There's your cousin right here, Dandada.
Now, you know, of course, I made a video on him yesterday. You know, he met his untimely death, R.I.P., bro. But, man, we got a big revelation, man. Now, apparently, man, J Hot, he has been revealed as the guy who shot CEO Jizzle at the FedEx Forum. Now, you know what I mean? I've done plenty of videos on the CEO Jizzle FedEx Forum situation. You know, I reported about it when it first came out. I reported the rumors of...
Oh, you said that you did that. He wasn't that. He didn't. It was some YN shit. The Dada, what you talking about? The Dada, your cousin over here. The Dada over here. The Dada at the concert. The Dada, your cousin at the concert. Done fucking pop fucking CEO Jizzle. The Dada. That's different right there, GG.
You know, Kato shooting him, all of that, man. And here we are. You know, no more rumors, no more speculation, man. It's been confirmed that J Hot shot CEO Jizzle at the FedEx Forum, man. Now, when J Hot died, you know what I mean, bro? He had a couple of trollers or whatever, and the main troller was CEO Jizzle. Now, I'm going to show you guys some of his posts. goes on to say, get the F off my timeline with that sad AS before I get disrespectful HAN. Man, now you know I can't say the real words. You know, use your imagination and the screen to piece that together. Now, his second post, he goes on to say, God don't play about CEO Jizzle. And the post he's sharing is, you know, basically him saying that retaliation isn't in the picture. You know, he was gonna let God handle it. You know what I mean?
You never saw this, Dadada? So you came out here, Dadada, and you spoke about your cousin, Dadada. You saying that's your cousin, Dadada, and I'm giving you information that you don't even think. All right, bet, I got you, Dadada. I'm gonna give you the information. You said you're your cousin. I guess this is what's going on with him, Dadada. So, you know what I'm saying? Listen up, GG.
Whoever shot him, he's not gonna go looking for him. You know what I mean? It's all in God's hands or whatever, man. That's what he was saying on that status. And then the next status is a little bolder. He said, somebody pull up and serve me some of that J Hot. Now, you know what I mean? Everybody knows, everybody say they smoking on everybody, so you don't really have to connect the dots on that post. You should know what CEO Jizzle is referring to, man. Now, you know what I mean, bro? My thoughts on this is, bro, these are babies, man. This man was 17. This young man was 17 out here shooting somebody at the FedEx Forum, man. At a stadium, at a public stadium, bro. Like, this man had, you know, had to have a lack of guidance, or either was following behind the wrong role models or whatever, man, because a 17-year-old should not be in this situation. A 17-year-old should be somewhere playing video games or sports or heads in them books. Now, I don't know much about this, you know, J Hot guy's personal life, but you know what I mean? It seemed like he had dropped out of school. You know what I mean, man? And that route only leads to two places, you know, death or jail. You know, when you in the streets and dropped out of school, man, you know, because you're looking for the next move. You're looking for the next come up, man, because you don't have a degree or anything, bro. So, you know, you don't have a high school diploma. So how you about to make your money? How you about to bust these moves? You know, things like that go through these guys' heads. Now, you know what I mean, bro? Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this, bro. Like, subscribe, and comment. Follow me on Instagram at Memphis Street News 9.
Yeah, God bless homie, Dadada, real shit, Dadada, angels in the outfit, ooh, Dadada, you know what I'm saying? People, Dadada, be ignorant, Dadada, to life, GG, in general, so the ignorance, we gotta fucking, you know what I'm saying, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, give them a little lack, you know what I'm saying, because they're ignorant, they don't know no better. It gets spooky.
Trial because of his killing. To Manuel Benson. On August 18th, 2023, gunfire broke out at a BP gas station on South Parkway East in Memphis. The victim was identified as 28-year-old Manuel Benson, younger brother of rapper Black Youngsta. Security footage captured an unmasked gunman carrying out the attack in broad daylight before fleeing the scene. Memphis police confirmed that Benson was pronounced dead on site. The brazen nature of the shooting stunned the area, and investigators quickly released a clear still image of the suspect, while Crime Stoppers offered a $5,000 reward for information. Manuel's death came in the middle of a long and bitter feud tied to his brother. Black Youngsta, born Sammy Benson, had been locked in conflict with young Dolph for years. That tension first made headlines in 2017, when Youngsta was arrested after more than 100 rounds were fired at Dolph's bulletproof SUV in Charlotte. Dolph survived the attempt, but the incident cemented a public and dangerous rivalry. Even after Dolph's death in 2021, Youngsta drew outrage for openly mocking him, performing diss tracks like Shake Some at clubs and filming a music video in a cemetery in front of a headstone marked with Dolph's family name, Thornton. Those moves inflamed tempers in Memphis.
Oh, because he was sad that his brother. Damn, Dandada. That's different.
with many pointing out that in street culture, disrespect doesn't fade easily. When Tamanuel was killed, the connection was impossible to ignore. For police, it was another homicide in a city already struggling with violence. For the community, it carried a deeper meaning.
Facts. We gotta save the youth, dog. We gotta stop the violence, save the youth, GG. That's a fact, GG. Like, it don't make no sense.
The idea that when someone can't be reached directly, those closest to them often pay the price. Black Youngsta's response came swiftly on social media. In a series of Instagram posts, he grieved for his brother, but also promised retaliation. "I love you, my baby brother, rest up," he wrote before shifting to anger. "I'm gonna make the world pay. I swear to God, nobody's safe. Standing over everybody, 4LIFE. He ended his posts by declaring he was ready for whatever came next, writing, "Don't feel sorry for me. I'm not gone, feel sorry for nobody." Only God knows his words made clear that the loss had only hardened his stance. 6 months later, in February 2024, police arrested Randy Ewing Jr. in connection with the shooting. He was charged with voluntary manslaughter, employment of a firearm during a dangerous felony, and being a felon in possession of a handgun. His arrest gave some answers to the family, but not closure.
28-year-old Randy Ewing was taken into custody in Parkway Village last night after he was spotted by U.S. Marshals and the MPD fugitive team in the area of Crichton Avenue.
In May 2024, while free on a $36,000 bond, Ewing died unexpectedly. The cause of death was not made public. By September, Shelby County prosecutors announced the charges had been abated due to his passing, closing the case without a conviction. For Black Youngsta, Tamanuel's death was another devastating blow. He had already buried 2 brothers before this. In 2013, his youngest brother, Ronnie, was killed in Memphis. That loss shook him so badly that he briefly abandoned rap altogether, later admitting he had even considered. 6 years later, in 2019, another brother, Tederick Benson, known as Heavy Champ TD, was shot and killed in Miami. Each time, Youngsta returned to music, but the grief left its mark. By the time Tamanuel was killed in 2023, he had lost 3 brothers in a decade, each to gun violence. Destiny Govan, better known as rapper Lotta Cash Desto, was just 25 years old when her life was cut short in Houston, Texas. She was the daughter of Hernandez Govan, the man accused of orchestrating the killing of young Dolph. Unlike her father, Desto was focused on building a rap career. She had already signed to Lil Uzi Vert's label, recorded collaborations like Lunchroom and Vegas, and was working closely with—
That's what's up, GG. We gotta get you on the podcast, Dada. You can speak about your life, Dada, your ventures and whatnot, Dada.
Uzi, who supported her both personally and professionally. On September 24th, 2022, around 2:40 a.m., she was driving along the 5,500 block of Richmond Avenue with a female passenger when a dark vehicle pulled up. 2 men got out and opened fire on her car. Desto tried to defend herself, returning shots from inside her vehicle, but she was fatally struck. Her passenger survived with injuries. Police later found one of the suspected shooters, 24-year-old Christian Isaiah Williams, nearby with a gun.
Nah, y'all feel that's karma, bro? Like, how that's karma if they saying that ain't have, or you saying that it's just karma for thing? I don't know, man. It look like it seems like she lived a real wild life, Dada. So I don't know if it's karma or if it's just her life, Dada, or how she was living, Dada. You know what I'm saying? Or what it was, Dada. But yeah, that's crazy, Dada. Karma for Dolph? That's crazy, Florida native, Dada. You actually feel like that's karma for Dolph, Dada. You know what I'm saying? That's what you feeling, Dada. Check out the documentary Hip Hop Stories, Dada. I got you, GG. I'm gonna check that out, Dada. Her dad killed Dolph. You feel like her dad killed Dolph, but they look at her dad on No Jumper. Her dad said that she was at a club, Dada, and some Louisiana niggas, Dada, was looking at her trying to get her or something like that, and they already blatantly told on everything or whatever the case may be, that they got caught, they told on everything, and nothing had to do with anything with the Dolph situation or anything like that, but you just saying karma in general, like it don't have to be him, it don't have to be that it's just Dolph, karma in general, spirits, energy, that's what you're saying. it's still karma. Oh, I feel it, Dada. I feel it. Damn, man. PRE slotted, GG. That's different, bro.
Shot wound.
Back.
He was arrested while recovering in the hospital and charged with murder. A second man, 19-year-old.
Nah, facts. Some people, like he was crying, like people was crying, rivers. You know what I'm saying? Some families was crying rivers. Now other families is crying oceans. But damn, it feels like it could be karma, but it's karma to him, but it seems like the way that he blatantly talked to her, shit like that, how he was disrespecting her, and the text came out that he said that he'll blatantly kill her and do this and do that, it seemed like he really struck his shoulders like it's part of the streets. Oh, no, she had her own shit, her own shit. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't matter who your kid was, that is your kid, you should feel fucking hurt and think, but I don't think he think, you know what I'm saying? PRE didn't kill her. Now we understand PRE didn't kill her. The lifestyle of the rap trap, and the big homie said, it's still karma though. I feel that karma for the dad. I feel it, GG. You're saying some shit. Y'all gonna have to come up here and elaborate, GG. Y'all might have to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can hit the link, y'all can come up, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can elaborate on shit too, you know what I'm saying?
Jeremiah Smith was arrested months later in Louisiana and also charged with her killing.
You see? You got charged with it,
It is more than just
but like you said, it's still karma. That shit still karma. Doesn't matter what I rock, it's still gonna be karma.
Drew attention because of who Desto's father was. By late 2022, Hernandez Govan had been named by prosecutors as the man who directed young Dolph's murder. Many in Memphis saw Desto's death as retaliation tied to that case. But in his own words, Govan denied that connection.
If that was the case, I wouldn't be sitting here. I'll just say that. My daughter was killed over a botched robbery.
In an interview after his arrest, he explained that his daughter was targeted for robbery, not revenge. According to court records and his account, the men who followed her that night admitted to spotting her in the club, recognizing her jewelry, and attempting to rob her after she left. Still, the circumstances surrounding her death fueled speculation. A Facebook post from Govan after the shooting only added to the conversation. In it, he wrote, "I think I curse you, destiny, with my lifestyle. I apologize, baby." He later clarified that it wasn't an admission of responsibility, but rather a reflection on the influence his past had on her. He said she admired his image and personality, and he regretted not being a better role model.
Didn't you make a Facebook post after she passed away and you apologized, saying that your lifestyle may have cursed her?
Yeah, so I'm glad you brought that up.
Her death hit the music industry hard. Lil Uzi Vert covered the cost of her funeral and spoke about the bond they shared, saying she would call him daily to check in while he was in rehab. He even memorialized her in his music, mentioning the $200,000 he spent on her funeral. Other artists, including Kodak Black, expressed grief, with Kodak revealing he had been planning to sign her to his own label and invest in her career. Desmond Rogers. Desmond Rogers' name comes up often in street accounts connected to young Dolph's murder, even though his death never received the same media coverage as others tied to the case. Rogers was a Memphis man from Orange Mound who, according to multiple local reports and online discussions, was linked to the discovery of the white Mercedes-Benz used as the getaway car in Dolph's killing. That car was found abandoned outside a house in South Memphis days after the shooting, and its recovery became one of the first major breaks in the investigation. Rogers was believed by some in the community to have provided information about the car's location. Not long after, he was killed near the same area, leading to widespread claims that he was targeted for cooperating with police. Official reporting around Rogers' death remains scarce, and law enforcement never publicly confirmed a direct connection between his killing and the Dolph investigation. But within Memphis, the story of...
So look at that. They saying that why would they body him, Dada, for pointing out where the car was, Dada, if the car was blatantly just stashed in some random spot? And Govan said that he didn't know that the car was there, Dada, they ain't shot it there. So why would you go out your way, Dada, to body someone who pointed out that they see a random car there, Dada, if you didn't, like, yeah, that's different, GG. That's different.
What happened to him became part of the larger web of violence that unfolded after November 2021. Rogers was not known as a major figure in the city's street scene, but his name was quickly attached to the Mercedes and its role in the case.
And y'all remember Desmond Rogers, bro? It's just like they got killed right after the Mercedes got found. They parked that in the backyard.
The uncertainty around many of these killings has also blurred the line between fact and rumor. For example, after the death of Marcus Lake, who was said online to be the head of CMG Security, stories spread that he had been murdered in retaliation. It was later confirmed he had died of natural causes, showing how quickly speculation could take hold in such a tense environment. By contrast, in Rogers' case, the details remained unclear, but the timing of his death, so soon after the discovery of the Mercedes, ensured it became folded into the...
We'll teach those who tread on us. Nothing will keep them safe.
It hit different than Dada.
Justin Johnson, better known by his rap name Straight Drop, Justin was identified as one of the two gunmen who ambushed young Dolph outside Makita's Cookies. Just 23 years old at the time of his arrest, Johnson had already built a long record of violent crimes. In 2017, he opened fire with an assault rifle at a Memphis bowling alley, injuring 3 people. Despite the severity of that case, he received a 5-year sentence and served only 6 months before being released for good behavior. Later, he was convicted in federal court for a weapons charge and spent just over 2 years in prison before walking free again in 2021. Within months, he was back on the streets, and by November of that year, he was standing outside Makita's with a gun in his hands. Surveillance cameras captured Johnson and another man, Cornelius Smith, firing into the storefront as young Dolph shopped for cookies. The brazen attack was carried out in broad daylight, with witnesses nearby, leaving little question about what had happened. The footage quickly became central to the case, identifying Johnson as one of the shooters. According to prosecutors,
Yo Gotti and Dolph because a ripple effect of murders in Memphis is mad crazy genocide history like Desert Storm, the data, nah facts, the data, and that's just fucking, and yo, on some real shit, and it's like a desert out there, the data. It's crazy, it's like a desert out there, like fucked up the whole fucking state, the data, like it's crazy, but it's suburbs everywhere, the data, so it ain't fuck up everything, the data, but damn, the data. It fucked up what's going to be normal, like it's going to be better, the data.
Johnson had been promised $40,000 and the chance to advance his career under CMG if he carried out the hit. After the murder, Johnson posted on Instagram claiming he would turn himself in. Instead, he went on the run. On January 11th, 2000.
And not only that, the data, it's just not it's fucking up the state of mind of people. Like, damn, someone goes to the cookie store and dies. Someone going to get cookies. Someone going to get, like, that's crazy. Going to a cookie shop. People can't go to cookie shops now. People can't go here, the data. There's like so much going on. You get what I'm saying?
In 2022, U.S. Marshals tracked him down and arrested him in Indiana. The arrest came after weeks of public attention, with his face plastered across news reports and social media. By then, evidence had already piled up. Photos and music videos linked Johnson and his associates to the same getaway car seen at the crime scene, a white Mercedes-Benz, and to weapons similar to those used in the shooting. In court, prosecutors laid out the timeline. Johnson and Smith had stalked Dolph, pulled up to Makita's in the stolen Mercedes, and opened fire. Dolph was struck multiple times and pronounced dead shortly after. The judge noted how the murder was carried out in a public space with no concern for bystanders, describing the act as one showing a complete lack of regard for life.
These were crimes that were committed in our community in the middle of the day, in broad daylight, other people around.
In September 2024, nearly 3 years after the killing, Johnson was convicted of first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and being a felon in possession of a firearm. He was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole, but his punishment didn't stop there. Days later, Judge Jennifer Mitchell handed down an additional 35 years, 20 for conspiracy, and 15 for firearm possession. Those sentences run consecutive to his life term, meaning Johnson would not be eligible for parole until he is in his 70s.
Justin Johnson was already convicted and sentenced to life for the killing of Memphis rapper Young Dolph. Friday, he was back in court for sentencing on 2 additional charges: conspiracy to commit the murder and being a convicted felon in possession of a handgun.
This outcome sealed his fate. Once a small-time rapper trying to climb Memphis's rap ladder, he will now spend the rest of his life in prison. The same choices that gave him a reputation on the streets also left him as the face of one of Memphis's most high-profile murders, tied forever to the killing of young Dolph. Cornelius Smith Jr. Cornelius Smith Jr., 32, was identified.
Instead of invested in generational wealth, people invest in generational death. The data, yeah, the data is just crazy, GG. But it's ignorance, the data. People's ignorant to what they think, the data. They're not really thinking. They thinking for the day. They're not really thinking. You know what I'm saying? They're not really doing things that actually think. They're doing things for the material. They're not actually doing things that actually think, the data. They don't understand that the real thing in life, the data, is just to be happy, the data. All you gotta do is just be happy, the data. Simply be happy, the data. You know what I'm saying? Within the data. Be on point within the data. Staying on business within the data. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. You want gifts, the data. Make sure that your gift, the data, is real life blessings, the data. Earned, the data. You know what I'm saying? What's goody? Peace and love. What's popping with you?
As the second shooter in young Dolph's killing. He was already in custody before the murder charges were filed, picked up on December 9th, 2021 for a November 10th carjacking. The stolen vehicle, a white Mercedes coupe, was later confirmed as the getaway car used at Makita's Cookies. That arrest tied him directly into the investigation. Smith's background showed a string of serious charges. In 2018, he faced aggravated.
You are even prettier in person.
Thank you.
There's shit different, but you know what I'm saying? This for Dolph. Hopefully they get it right in Memphis, bro. They start the thing. That's
Dismissed. By 2021, he was back facing violent charges, and the Mercedes carjacking connected him to Justin Johnson, better known as Straight Drop. Smith's name entered the headlines as the second gunman when prosecutors laid out surveillance footage.
That's a fact, that just you being here, that is a blessing itself, that. So you just gotta, you know what I'm saying, take your blessings, that have it day by day, that you already nizzy, that stay aware.
Witness testimony and physical evidence linking him to the ambush. In court, Smith took the stand and admitted to his role. He identified himself on video as the first man stepping out of the Mercedes, carrying a semi-automatic rifle.
First guy out of the car, who's that?
It's me.
That's you? Which one of the guns do you have?
I got the new Draco stab.
Okay, that's that semi-automatic weapon, is that right?
Yeah.
You ever shot that thing before?
I know.
He described opening fire through the glass of Makita's Cookies while young Dolph stood near the window. He testified that Johnson exited with a handgun and joined in, both of them unloading into the store before fleeing back to the car. He told the jury he didn't feel anything in that moment. "I just got out and started shooting," he said, explaining that he was looking for money and was deep into pills at the time. Smith also revealed details about how the hit came together. He testified that Hernandez Govan was the one who set it up, providing the weapons and pointing out Dolph's turkey giveaway as the opportunity. He said the supposed payout was $40,000, but he only received $800 before his arrest. Later, he claimed his lawyer was paid $50,000 by Gotti's brother, Anthony BIGJOOK Mims, though he denied knowing where that money came from. Prosecutors used his testimony to connect Govan and Johnson to the conspiracy, while the defense labeled Smith a pathological liar, willing to say anything to cut time off his sentence. Smith admitted on the stand that his conscience didn't.
Nah, that's a fact, Gigi. That's a fact. That love, peace, and prosperity, you would think the vibrations would be put into the atmosphere since 68. It's the opposite, cause it's a bigger goal, when there's good, there gotta be bad, when there's happy, there gotta be sad, when there's thing, and you gotta understand, to bring people to the happiness, some people just want to be on that side, they that's their side, you know what I'm saying? And some people just want to be happy, and some people want to be good, and some people just want to be on that side. They grew up on that side. They can never change. It's not gonna be. They don't want to change, but you just feel so sad. Like, oh shit, if you would have changed, you would have lived, But now since you ain't changing, you're not living, bro. That's crazy, bro. You gotta live, Gigi. Let's live. Everybody got a right to live, but and then the people just want to die evil. They just want to die evil. Motherfuckers just want to die evil or die like, what the fuck, nigga? That wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it, bro. And you understand that.
Catch up with him until he was sitting in jail, sober, and thinking about his actions. He said grief over his young son's death combined with drugs pushed him deeper into reckless decisions. During testimony, he described being hit by gunfire himself when Dolph's brother Marcus fired back at the shooters. Smith said he realized he had been grazed and pointed out a bullet hole in the Mercedes side window as they fled the scene. The defense pressed hard to discredit him. They argued that Smith's shifting stories and admitted drug use made him unreliable, pointing to contradictions in how he described payments and who was involved. His lawyers painted him as a man trying to trade information for leniency, but prosecutors leaned on his direct admission as crucial to securing convictions. As of August 2025, Smith faces charges of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. He has pleaded not guilty and no trial date has been set. His testimony remains one of the most detailed first-hand accounts of what happened outside Makita's that day, connecting the hired hit, the shooters, and the wider network prosecutors say orchestrated the ambush. Jermarcus Johnson. Jermarcus Johnson, the half-brother of Justin Johnson, found himself drawn into the aftermath of young Dolph's murder not as one of the gunmen, but for his role in helping them once the crime was already.
Bamboo HR is the complete HR software. Self-service employee records, payroll that is fast, accurate, and easy, benefits administration that makes open enrollment a breeze, and more. Bamboo HR is everything from hiring.
This is crazy,
In November 2022, Memphis police identified him as the fourth suspect.
Memphis is a war zone, Dada. Memphis is a war zone right now, GG.
Connected to the case. Unlike the others, Jermarcus was not accused of firing shots or being at the scene of Makita's cookies on the day of the killing. Instead, prosecutors charged him for the part he played in aiding his half-brother and Cornelius Smith after Dolph was gunned down. In June 2023, Jermarcus entered a guilty plea to 3 counts of accessory after the fact. In court, he admitted that he assisted Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith while they were on the run. His role was mostly behind the scenes, but still serious in the eyes of investigators.
The jury has already heard bombshell testimony from Cornelius Smith, who admitted to killing young Dolph, along with Justin Johnson's half-brother.
Yeah, and so yesterday the jury heard from several other witnesses.
He acknowledged that he helped them communicate by cell phone and even stepped in to help one of them contact a probation officer so their cover would not be blown. By admitting his involvement, Jermarcus avoided a potential trial and received a sentence of 6 years probation in 2024, a much lighter outcome than those facing the central figures in the killing. The details of his cooperation came out during testimony in the broader trial proceedings. Prosecutors explained that Jermarcus's phone activity linked him to the men directly responsible for Dolph's murder, and his admissions made clear that he knowingly played a role in keeping them hidden during the crucial days after the shooting. Unlike his half-brother Justin Johnson, who is serving a life sentence for first-degree murder, Jermarcus avoided prison, but only by cutting a deal with the state. The terms of his plea agreement also left open the possibility that he may be called to testify against his brother or other co-defendants. By cooperating, he ensured leniency, but it also placed him in the difficult position of having to provide evidence in a case that involved his own family. During court hearings, prosecutors made it clear that his testimony could be required if needed in appeals or further proceedings connected to the conspiracy charges. At sentencing, Jermarcus expressed regret for his part in helping the men after the killing, but the judge emphasized that even limited involvement in such a high-profile murder case carried serious weight. For Memphis prosecutors, his plea was one more piece in the puzzle that linked the network of people around young Dolph's killing together, from those accused of pulling the triggers to the man accused of setting it up, to those who helped cover their tracks afterward. As of now, Jermarcus Johnson is serving his probation, His sentence allows him to remain free under supervision instead of serving time behind bars, but his actions are still closely monitored. And while his punishment was lighter compared to his half-brother, his name is now permanently linked to the case that shook Memphis and the wider hip-hop world. Hernandez Govan. Hernandez Govan, 45, was indicted in November 2022 on charges of first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Prosecutors described him as the man who set up young Dolph's killing, accusing him of recruiting Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith, supplying weapons, and alerting them that Dolph would be at Makita's Cookies during his annual Thanksgiving turkey giveaway. According to testimony, Govan told Smith and Johnson there was a $100,000 bounty on Dolph, and he would take a $10,000 cut once the job was done. Govan denied all of it. When he was arrested, he said the indictment felt unreal, especially coming just months after losing his daughter, brother, and grandmother in quick succession.
It was almost like a death blow considering that I just went through that situation with my daughter. I also had a brother of mine that died in a car wreck around that time, and my grandmother.
He described the timing as devastating and maintained that he had nothing to do with the murder. Despite the seriousness of the charges, he pleaded not guilty from the beginning and rejected a plea deal offered to him before trial. His attorney, Manny Aurora, mounted a defense that targeted both the investigation and the credibility of the state's witnesses. Aurora questioned the reliability of cell phone records, challenged whether investigators properly verified communication between the defendants, and repeatedly pointed to the inconsistencies in Cornelius Smith's testimony. Smith had testified that Govan organized the plot and gave him the weapons, but Aurora highlighted that Smith's lawyer received tens of thousands of dollars shortly after Smith's arrest, and Smith admitted he did not know where that money came from. The defense framed Smith as a man desperate to save himself, calling him a pathological liar who would say whatever prosecutors wanted in exchange for leniency. In May 2023, Govan was released on a $90,000 bond due to health issues with approval from Dolph's family. Under bond conditions, he was placed on house arrest and allowed to leave only for medical treatment or meetings with his lawyer. His attorney's reputation drew additional attention. Manny Aurora, a high-profile defense lawyer who previously represented figures like Gucci Mane, Lil Durk, and Pac-Man Jones, argued that Govan was unfairly painted as the mastermind without solid evidence.
Manny Aurora.
Manny Aurora, yes, sir.
Who is from Atlanta and has represented Lil Durk, Gucci Mane, Pac-Man Jones, and many others.
Correct, yes, sir.
Rumors spread online that Yo Gotti or others tied to CMG paid for Aurora's services, but both Govan and Aurora dismissed those claims. Govan said Aurora stayed with him even when his own funds ran out, describing their bond as personal as much as professional. When Govan's trial finally began in August 2025, the case came down to witness credibility and the strength of the state's evidence. Prosecutors leaned heavily on Smith's testimony and on recorded communications, but the defense emphasized contradictions and lack of physical proof tying Govan directly to the shooting. After 3 hours of deliberation, the Memphis jury returned a verdict of not guilty on all counts. Govan did not testify in his own defense. When the verdict was read, he hugged his lawyer and thanked the judge, calling the moment a chance to be born again. He told reporters afterward that he planned to restart his life and focus on positive things.
So I feel like more or less hopefully the dark cloud that's over Memphis overcomes and they get the blessing they received even though their blessings were took but you know what I'm saying, there's angels in the outfit so they're gonna get some blessings from the heavens and everything be all right we be in the elevator, you know whose elevator, God's elevator, on our way to the top, you know what I'm saying, nice what you make it, can't love it, can't hate it, it's gonna be simply what you make it, God chose you because he knew he could trust you, God's best kept secret, we gotta stay more aware forever, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay acquainted with us on a daily, we stay more aware, and hopefully, everybody overcomes what they're going through, you know what I'm saying, And everybody who's lost somebody, you know what I'm saying, blessings to them, condolences, life is exactly what you make it. Hopefully, you see what's, you know what I'm saying, and the ignorance, hopefully they learn, because learning's earning, and it is what it is. GG's, hyenas, scuba divers,